Hello and welcome back to a new lesson. We will learn how we can set up the teleport system in our project. So I'm going to press Ctrl space. Let's go to the folder that says blueprints. Let's go to systems. Here we are going to find most of the systems in our template. And let's go to the folder teleportation. When we click here, we have as of now two actors. One actor is the manager. You can click and drag this anywhere in your project. And the other actor is the teleport point. So the teleport point, when you click and drag that to your project, you're going to have the following: the arrow, the camera, and simply the selection place, just for easier selection, like so. And let's right click and let's click to create a new folder, and let's call it teleportation, for example. Let me place this where it should be. Let's bring these two to teleportation and let's organize what we have here. So I'm going to select these pawns, place them here. And right now we have our teleport manager and we have the teleport point. The teleport point, when you click on it and go to the details panel, you're gonna have two main settings. We have the teleport list and we have the teleport point name. So as of now, if you click on the list, you will see multiple options that you can choose from. And if you click on the teleport point name, it has no name by default, so you need to give it a name. So let's say teleport point name as a start, or teleport location 1. And let's click on our taskbar, click on teleport. As you can see, we have teleport points, outside, teleport location. So I need to change this to location 1. If I click here, we will simply teleport to that location and to the view it has. Now I'm going to quickly select our sun and sky, and I want to set the directional light intensity from 75,000 to 10 because we don't want to see nuclear reaction, the screen turning to white every time we click on play. So I hope this will not affect our level. And I'm going to select on the street light here to quickly also change the material intensity to a much lower value. So let's set it to 10 or 100 so we don't see the artifacts by lumen. Okay, now when I click on play, the screen will not be fully white and fix the exposure. Now let's go back to the teleport. Here, the teleport point. If you press and duplicate this around, so before we do, actually, let's just call this location, and let's press on Alt and click and drag to move this to a different location, and let's rotate it like so, and let's call it teleport location number 2. Now, the teleport list, I'm going to call it MISC, and I'm going to create another teleport point. Let's place it here. This is fine, and let's select for this to be first floor. Now, something is very important is that you need to snap your teleportation point as close as possible to the ground, because if you keep it up like so, you will experience like some sort of fall. If that's what you want, that's fine, but ideally if you don't want to experience any bugs, it should not be under the ground because the ground have some collisions under it, so it should be on the ground. And for finer control, what you may want to do is to click on the snap here to disable it and simply look at the gizmo and make sure it's over the ground, okay? So that's fine for now. I'm gonna show you what that looks like. I'm going to press T to bring my taskbar, and here outside, this is a new dynamic list. Click and that will teleport us here. MISC is the other exterior point, and here we have a first floor teleport point, location 2. Click. As you can see, like we have some snap, and that's because the teleport point is floating. So that will teleport the player to the air and then the player will fall. If there is some sort of collisions, that will cause problems because when you're teleporting the player and the player have its own collision box to a new location, and that location have also like some collisions, they might overlap on top of each other. And actually here, this structure here, all of it is not the best because it's all made into one mesh and it does not have any collision on it. So technically the player teleported on the floor here. Just keep that in mind when you're working with the teleportation and with your meshes. So if I set this here, so let's press Ctrl E and let's give it the collision complexity. Use complex collision as simple. I'm going to click on play and I'm going to bring my taskbar and I'm going to click on here. As you can see, this is much finer than before, and I simply did nothing but give my floor here collision. Okay, so that's something to keep in mind when it comes to collisions. And now let's discuss the lists. So when you clicked on any of these teleportation points, you've noticed that we have teleport lists and we have these random or different list names, and its order, it will depend on your project. So if you want, for example, to have the MISC on the very top or the first floor on the very top, or you want some different list that you can select its name, let's say 14th floor, or let's say the kitchen teleportation points, or whatever you want, you can set all these easily from here. So if you press Ctrl space, let's go to the teleportation. Under enums, click here, we have teleport list name. So if you open this enumeration list, so that's why it's enum, it's inside its own folder, you're gonna find all the lists we currently have. So let's say AEC interactive version 1, and I'm going to place this on the very top. I'm going to save it, and I'm going to create another teleportation point. Let's place it on the floor as close as possible, and let's set the teleport list to AEC interactive version 1, and let's call it nice test. Okay, now I'm going to click on play and I'm going to click teleport. You can see that our list here is on the very top, and I can click here and we will teleport. So basically it just works. So at any time, if you want to reorder these, let's say now we want the first floor to be on the very top, all you need to do is to click and drag, and we will have the first floor on the very top. So if we click on play and click on teleport, first floor, then our AEC interactive version 1, then outside, then MISC, because MISC here is at the very end. All right. So to recap, what we have is the following. We have two actors, the manager and the teleport point actor. So both of these are important. The manager will basically sort through all the teleportation points we have, and it will create the lists for them, what we see here. And the teleport point will act just as a teleport point. And we also have an enumeration where we can add enumerators, basically names of the lists, so we can select these lists from our teleportation points. So every time you set a teleportation point, you can select all of them except for the manager, and you can set all of them, for example, to be under this list. Now click on play and you will have just one list, and you can set the names, of course, that will show. Okay, so notice when you place the teleport point above the floor, it will move us above the floor, as you can see here, and then it will drop us to the floor. So as I mentioned, we need to keep this as close as possible to the floor. Now let's click on that actor again. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine, and this is also fine. All right then, I hope you found this lesson useful. If you have any ideas or suggestions, let me know. As always, stay hydrated. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.